Hi guys, wish to do a demonstration and later on we go about on creating a simple system on tractor reading management system, and therefore this is the dashboard. This is where the system starts. We have this system to lead tractors, and therefore customer registration is the first window. This is where you capture a customer. Like now I can capture a new customer here. We can capture Belinda. Then we just also put her phone number here. Then the address, we can just have that one, Nairobi. Then we tick that this guy is reading a tractor. Then we refresh. Therefore, once we refresh, we have our guy here. Then the next step, you can go ahead and check tractors, the tractors that are available for rent. Therefore, you hit on that one. Then you'll be in a position to see tractors available. Like for instance, you can see the charges, the fare, and also the maintenance cost that of each tractor. For instance, this tractor model is Farmertech. You can also have John Deere. You can also have Kubota, Mahindra, etc. You can also opt to scroll and see the tractor you wish to lead. Like for example, I want New Holland. Therefore, you'll be in a position to see the New Holland tractor. Also, if you want Massey Ferguson, you can get that one. Then you can also close this window, and then there is a confirmation. You can be retained there or you can exit. On the other hand, now that our guy here has identified the tractor to lead, you can just go to lead a tractor, and then this is the module. This is the module that a person will use to lead a tractor. For instance, you can just hit on new and then just maximize the window. Therefore, this is how our system looks like. Therefore, you can just go to this point here and then choose our customer, and then you can also choose the date. Then from there, we can just go and see the available tractors. Therefore, for this guy, we wish to lead Massey Ferguson, and therefore there will be charges here. There will be charges all over. Therefore, you can be in a position to see the maintenance will be 9 pounds. Then fuel 89 pounds. Services, the person can choose the service that will be led by the tractor. Like for example, this guy wants to harvest, and then she will be required to go with the 2 cashier workers for the tractor, 1 driver, and then these are the payments. The worker each will be paid 500 shillings, and a driver will be paid 1,000. Then from there, the total charge can be can be entered here, because somebody may bargain. For instance, you can just type that this person is supposed to pay that amount, and therefore once you do that, you'll be in a position to see that our person here will have read Massey Ferguson with these charges. And for that case, therefore, if I just refresh this one that way, if I can just remove this, that one there, that record, you'll notice that this is what our person here wish to pay. Therefore, I can just go to this person of ours here, and then we can see the receipt. That is the receipt of the lead tractor. You can also be in a position to see expenses for a certain tractor by clicking on this. For instance, these are expenses that I had incurred as I was doing my testing of the system. You can also see list of customers from this point. In a position, we have so far 3 customers from our system. Therefore, this is the kind of system that I will be taking you through in a moment, and For that case, we can just cross that one, then we launch Microsoft Access. Therefore, we launch Microsoft Access. Then we just go to blank database. Then we redirect our database where it will be saved. We just go to desktop. Then we can just have our new Tractor MIS, and you hit on OK. Therefore, you can see the file name. Then you click on create. Then from there, you need to create various tables. Therefore, you just go to design. We can start with our first table. You can call it red. We can just change this one, cross. Just right click, then or just delete. We start from scratch. Just we have the LED ID. LED ID, that is the leading ID. This is auto number and the primary key. Then we also have the reading date. This is date and time. This is date and time. Then you can just proceed to the next one. The next one here will be the ladder. The ladder, and also we shall have the next one here. We have the total. We shall have the total. Then we can just save this one as head entry. That is red entry. Then we proceed. We cross that one. We go again, create new table. We create another table. Therefore, our next table will be customer. We can have the ID, and auto number. Then we have the customer. Then we shall have the phone number, address, and whether this guy is reading or not. You can just have reading. Therefore, this is yes, no. This is yes, no data type. That is yes, no data type. Therefore, gentlemen and ladies, this is what we have so far. Guys, we have this one, but we need to set this one as the primary key. The customer should not be repeated, and therefore this is our customer. Then we can save this one as a customers. That is our table number 2. Then after having done that one, we can also go ahead and create the tractors module. If we just go to this point, we have serial number, which can be auto number. Then we have the tractor. The tractor here should be the primary key. It's our product. Then we have the charges. We can have the charges. You can also have the fuel. You can also have the maintenance cost. Maintenance cost. Then we have the photo of the tractor. Therefore, this one we choose attachment data type. Then these ones are currency. No, we have this one as the tractor should be text. Charges currency. This one should be currency. Also, this one should be currency. Then, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have. Therefore, we have our tractor there, and charges currency, maintenance that way. Therefore, we save that one. Therefore, this is tractors. That is tractors. That's what we have. Then we proceed. We also create another one called the largest table, or the longest table for that matter. Therefore, this is our main table. We can have RD. That is the identification. For this is auto number and the primary key here. Then we have the key, the other field, right? That one will be number. This one is to create relationship with the other one. Then we can have now charge for the tractor fuel. Then we also have maintenance. We can have maintenance, maintenance. We have maintenance, then we can have the total here. First of all, we just put the services, then we also have the cost charged for a tractor. We also have cashier workers. Those are the workers required. Then we have drivers. We can also have workers pay. We can also have drivers pay. Then after having done that one, we can also leave that one at that for a moment. Then we shall come back to edit the table. This is red details. Then we can also proceed and create another table. Here. Therefore the other table will be our services. Therefore we shall have our service ID. This is auto number and primary key. Then we have our service. This is text. Then we save this one as services that way. Then we go back now to this. We go to services. At this point, we go to lookup wizard. We want to check our services from services. Therefore, we just go to services. Then we choose the service. Next, finish. Therefore, we shall have a relationship there in that field. Services will be checked there. Then, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, we can go back to this one. Okay, let's just maintain here. We have charges. This is currency, fuel currency, maintenance currency, cost charge. This is currency, cashier workers. This should be number. Drivers should be number. This one should be currency. This is should be okay. This is the workers pay. We can have this one as calculated field, whereby workers pay, we shall have the cashier worker. We shall have the cashier worker multiplied by a certain figure that we want. We want to pay them 500. Therefore, that one should be that. That is workers pay. Let's just have it here. Workers pay. Therefore, the workers pay should be calculated. Should be cashier workers multiplied by a certain amount. We shall be paying them each 500. Then drivers pay, on the other hand, drivers pay should be calculated. Should be drivers multiplied by 1000. That is the amount we want to pay them. If we can still have this one, we delete it so that we can have it here. If we have this one as calculated field, we have drivers multiplied by 1000. Multiplied by, we have drivers multiplied by 1000. That's the drivers multiplied by the amount we want to pay each driver. Then we can have the cost of charge. We can have the total here. The total should be calculated also. The total should be the charge plus the, that is the cost of charge plus fuel. Okay, after finishing on the tables, the next thing we can create relationships. Therefore, we go to database tools, then we hit on relationship. Then from here, you just go to show tables. You double click your tables that way. Therefore, these are our tables. Then we need to create a relationship from here. Like for instance, we need to bring the this render to customer. But before doing that, we can just save this. Before doing that, let's go back to the red entry table here. Then we need to develop a relationship here. This is the customer, the redder here is the customer, therefore you just go to lookup. Then in the row source here, you hit the 3 dots, then go to this point where we have the customer this way. Then we go to lending here, then type criteria, yes, that way. Then you save that one. Therefore, then you save that one. Therefore, if I go to this point and click, you will see this kind of connection that will be created in that part. Therefore, you save that. You also come to this point and save that. Then, on the other hand, you just go now to, you must close this, database tools. This is our tables. Therefore, we just get the redder to the customer that way. Then enforce the referential integrity. Therefore, you have that relationship. We also have this relationship of these two. Therefore, you also tick that one, create. We have our relationship there. We also have our relationship in this part here, the services and the services. That one we can first of all leave it. Then we have the tractor and also tractor here. We have many to many relationship. Then we set it like that. Therefore, basically this is what we have. We have this one. But after now having that relationship, we can still go back to this table, red, this one. Then we go to now these services here. Therefore, this one we have a relationship. We need to have a relationship with the services offered. Therefore, this one we need to have it that way. Good. Therefore, that one should be like that, so that when we go to our relationship, the services and the services should be related. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, this is how our relationship, looks like. The next thing is to create a query. Therefore, we just go to create, then we go to query design. We need to create our query. Our query here, we shall need the tractors, we shall need the reading details. These are the two tables that are very important for us here. Therefore, this is the ones that we shall use in creating our relationship. And therefore, we can start by having that one. Also, we have the tractor. From that point, we also have the charges. This one, we have the fuel, maintenance. Then we can also have the next ones here. These ones, all of them, charge, fuel, maintenance, totals, tractor, services. Tractor you shall have repeated. We remove that. Therefore, we proceed. Services, cost, charge, cash, driver, that one and that one. Therefore, this is our main query. Therefore, you save this one. You can just call it master that way. Then, this is the query that we shall be using throughout, so that we can be in a position to have it. Therefore, this is the query. Just mark the query. We have the two tables, the tractors and the leading. Therefore, from here, the next step is to proceed and create the respective forms. Therefore, let's create the customer registration form. Therefore, we just go to create, then we just go to form wizard, then we choose the customer reading, then we set everything to the right, then next, this is the customer reading, then finish. Then after having done that, we can just make first editing of this one. Therefore, first of all, we pull this down. You can also pull this one somehow there. Therefore, we just need to do the formatting. We change that ones. Those ones we change it accordingly. Therefore, you also change this. You edit that way. Then you can increase this part here. Therefore, this is the customer registration. That is the customer registration table. That way, you can increase the font if you wish to. Therefore, we have that one. This is customer registration. Then we can insert something like an object here. Therefore, just browse, go to pictures, go to tractors. Therefore, you can have this one as our logo. Therefore, just draw it there. Go to properties, zoom here, make it creep. Then you can take a text label, then draw a label here, up there. Therefore, this becomes tractors Reading management system. Then click format, you increase that one. You can also change this one to urgency so that it can fit. Then you can also right click here, go to back arrow, you change the back arrow to something of the sort. Just undo that. Therefore, if I run this is what we have so far. Then we need to go down here and draw a list box. If we just get a list box and draw it here, then cancel this. Also remove the label. This is our list box. You can change, you can increase the font, something like 14, then save. Then right click, go to properties, then go to data, format. Then there is column heads here, put yes. Then you can just a moment, you can then connect this one to control source. We need a control source here is let's just use the wizard. Sorry for that. Therefore, just go to take the list box here, just to make it easier. Go then next. Here we want to use customer registration next. We need these ones. Next. Here we need to have everything. Next, finish. Then pull this one to increase the visibility. Also remove the label there. Therefore, we can increase the font size for that to something like 14. Then make it color maroon. Then go to design, properties. Then go to format. Here, column heads. Double click, make it yes. Then save and run. Therefore, this is what we have so far. But we can just increase the sizes. Just go to design view. Then here you can change this one to something like 4. Also be something like 4, like that. Save. Let's see what we have. Good. Then we can increase also this one, the last one. Right click, design view. You can also increase this one to 4. Save and run. Therefore, this is what we have. I have already fed some data, but you can still add more. Therefore, from there, we just proceed to design view. Then you can include the navigation buttons. Like for example, you can just draw a button here. Then go to next, or just go to record operations, add new. Therefore, you can just have that one for add new that way. You can also add another one here for cross. Therefore, go to form operations, cross form, next, text, finish. Then you can adjust these ones, highlight them, go to properties, then go to back color here, change the back color to something that you wish. Therefore, our buttons will take that color that way. Then, if I run, so far this is our customer registration form. Therefore, you can be in a position to add a new. Like now, I can add a new customer, and then you'll see it working. Therefore, this is our phone number. This is a reader, then address can be this way. Good, like that. Then I refresh. Therefore, you can see it's working. That part of customer registration is working. Then, after having done that, we can proceed to the next form. The next form is the leading form, and very important. Therefore, just go to create, then form wizard. This time round, we shall use the lead entry. Therefore, you send everything to the right-hand side. Next, finish. Therefore, this is what we have. Do the same. Pull this down. Also increase this one. Then also this one. Just highlight everything. Do the editing, just like we have done the other one. Therefore, you just do it that way. But this one needed to be right aligned. And also can reduce this. Then pull this down. This is the red entry. Therefore, also this one, make it vivid. Change the color by right clicking and then choosing the color you wish. That way. Then, after having done that, you can just go to design, bring your logo. Your logo now is already in the system. That way, this is our logo for our tractor management system. Then take a label. Then write the heading. This is the tractors trading system. Then click inside format, increase the font size, change the color accordingly, that way, so that your system is attractive. Then from here, you need to bring a form, that is to bring we shall bring something here, that is just bring this here. We shall bring the sub form here. The sub form is from this one. Therefore, this is the transactions table, and therefore it will bring our sub form here. Therefore, just go to design, then go to this point here, take the sub form, sub report wizard, and draw. The wizard launches. You just go to next. You send everything to the right. Next. Then here you define your relationship. This is the. Just a moment. We have messed up. We are using this one. Therefore, just cancel. Let's just draw it again. We had messed up somewhere. Therefore, I needed to draw that. Then here, just go to next. Choose the reading details. Set everything to the right. Next. We need to define our own relationship there. Therefore, that is our relationship. You choose the field. Then next. Then finish. Therefore, this is our subform. You remove the label. This is our subform. Therefore, so far, you can extend this one that way. You can also reduce this one, something like this one. Can just reduce to a reasonable width. You can also reduce these ones to reasonable width, somewhere like up to that point, that way. Then save and run. Therefore, this is what we have so far. You see what we have. You can be in a position to see that when we scroll here, you can be in a position to see even the hidden feeds here on the other side. Therefore, you see now this is the subform that is inside the other form. Therefore, after doing this that way, you'll be in a position to, we can create a maximize button here, a button that will be used to maximize our screen. Therefore, you can just draw a button here, then type it maximize stroke minimize screen, that way. Then you just go to properties, then go to format, increase the font size. You can also make that color vivid like that. This is our button that we shall be used to maximize or minimize our screen. Therefore, just go to, again, to design, go to properties. We can change the back color for that one. Therefore, we can just make it red. Then go to event, then on click here, you choose event procedure and hit the 3 dots. Then from this point here, we shall do the do cmd dot show toolbar. Then the toolbar name is ribbon. Then it should be not displayed. Therefore, that is the code for that matter. That is the code. Okay, so this is the code for maximizing the ribbon. You can copy the code by highlighting it and then use it on double click event. So we shall not repeat the typing the code, just have to copy it, then go to on double click event of the same event procedure and then paste it there. The only bit you need to change is the arc toolbar no. You change it to yes, that way, then you save. We can just try and see what we have so far by just going to view. There we are. You realize that if I double click, the screen is minimized, but when I click on once, the window is maximized. That one will enable our system to be clear and vivid. Then we also need to proceed and make sure that there is no field that is hidden by extending the grid. If I just extend the grid like that, then save. I need to save that one. You can use Ctrl S on your keyboard. Then double click your screen and then you'll be in a position to see that everything is working as intended. For instance, if I just click on add new, then I just go to this point, I choose the date, today is on 20th, then I choose a reader, like now Paris Mudhoni here. You'll be in a position to see that the customer can choose a tractor from this point here, but we need also to fix this. We need to fix where the person can get the tractor from. If I just bring it to this point that way and then need to save, Ctrl S. Then I double click on this point and we can drag and drop this field here. Therefore, there we are. We have John Deere, we have Mahindra, Massey Ferguson and New Holland. Therefore, this person wants to read New Holland, and then the charges should appear here. Therefore, you need to pre-feed the charges in the, that is in the reading details here. We shall do that one, but proceed to the next graphical user interface. Let's just first of all open this and minimize our screen for easy use. Therefore, the next screen we need to come up with is the tractors module, where the customer will be in a position to choose the tractor he or she wants to lead. Therefore, what you do, you just go to create, then you go to form wizard, choose the tractors table, send everything to the right. Next, here at this point, what layout would you like for your form? Choose columnar instead of tabular, then leave it. What title for your form? Tractors. Then you just hit on next. From here, you need to eliminate feeds that are unwanted, just like I am doing. You delete those ones. You also delete the file data. You also delete this one. You will be left with the tractor's photo. This is where you'll be in a position to choose the tractor you want just by scrolling and then choose your favorite. Therefore, you can just do the editing of this one. Just go to format, change the font sizes to 14, bold. You can change the screen that is the color of your screen. You can also increase the font size for this one. Then you assign our logo. Our logo is in design. Then go to image, draw our logo there and increase it. Go to label, take the label, and also be in a position to type. This is Tractors Leading System. Click outside, inside, go to that point, increase the font size to something like 26. You make it vivid. Then let's try and see what we have so far. Therefore, this is what we have. In case I want to maximize this screen of ours here, just go to design view and also copy the codes that we have done. Therefore, just put the maximize screen here. Therefore, maximize stroke minimize. Then go to properties, event, on click event, put the code for that is for the show to Urbano. Then go ahead to double click event, also do the same event procedure, put the same code but change no to yes. Then save your work. So when I run this one, there we are. You'll be in a position to see that I can be in a position to scroll and see various items. Let's just add one tractor. If we just go to new, then we can add one like Mazda. Then we can put the charges 34, fuel 67, maintenance 900. Then right click, go to manage attachment, add. Then we can add a tractor from our photos. Therefore, just have this one as our tractor. Therefore, there we are. That's how that screen works. Then the next thing to do here is to populate the report. For instance, you can just populate one receipt. Therefore, just go to we minimize our screen. Therefore, just go to this query master, copy it, then paste. You paste that one. You can just call it receipt. Then open your query in design view. Go to the first part, the heading. Then type forms, exclamation mark. You choose the form. The form is, we want the red entry, exclamation mark, and the field you want. That is the filter. Therefore, if I zoom this for you, it will be in a position to see that the first part is forms, exclamation mark, the form name, and the field. Therefore, that one is the filter criteria. Then go to your red entry, right click, go to design view, add a button below in the form footer. Go to the form footer and add the button. You can just use a toggle button here. Then this one is print receipt. Right click, go to properties, go to on click event. This time round, don't choose event procedure. Just click the three dots and choose macro builder. We are using macro. It is easier to use macro than VBA code. So just go to macro builder. And then in the macro builder, just choose the report you want. For now, we have not created the report, so we can just first of all ignore. Then go to create, go to report wizard, choose the reading details, then choose the feeds you want. We want that one. You also want the tractor being, then we need to have the charged cost of the total cost. Then from there we can have next, then finish. Therefore, this is the receipt we want. We just need to have a receipt of these tractors. Therefore, just go to that one, right click, cross. Therefore, now connect the receipt with this. Therefore, go to on click, go to macro builder, then open, type open report. Then in the open report, go to report name, choose the report you want displayed and save. That is that. Then from there, let's just try to see whether it's working. If I can just choose one here, then just go to print list. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, in nutshell, that's how you come up with a tractor's grading system. Therefore, if I can just peruse on the parts that I have not taken you through the camera, is that in case if I open this part here and I want to get the receipt from now this one, if the screen is now maximized, once now I click on the person who has read a tractor here, like now this one here, then I click on print receipt, the receipt should be populated from that. Therefore, basically, the query here receipt, the query receipt here is filtered using the criteria, is filtered using this criteria here, so that whenever you run the receipt now fetches data according to the ID here. And therefore, if we just go back to our system here, then go to this part, the reading details, design view here. I need to change this control source of the receipt to this query. Therefore, I just go to OR, then change the record source to receipt that way, so that it can work simultaneously. So when I go back to my reading here and click this one, then hit this one, hit the button here, it should filter that. Therefore, let's just fix that again. Just go to this, print, go to property sheet, then go to event. On click here, we change that one to macro builder. Then this one now becomes open report. Then the open report, you change it to whatever you want and then save. So that now when you run this one, it should only produce the filtered number one Kubota. That is the tractor that has been taken. We have the model Kubota, which is 300 pounds. And from the documentation here, you can see it is true. It is the only tractor that has been taken from this. Then you also now need to go back to your customer registration and also put now the buttons that are required. Therefore, just go to this button, take the button and drop, go to form operations, open, next. Then, for example, I want to open tractors, next, text, then I just write tractors, view tractors. Then I click on finish. Then I can also take now the other one, red tractor. Therefore, just go on to form operations, open form, next. Then I want to have a red entry, then finish. Therefore, then finish like that. Let's use the one with text. Therefore, just drag, then go to form operations, open form, next, red entry, next, put text. This is rent a tractor, then finish. Then from there, I can be in a position now to assign different colors or different font sizes to my buttons, just to make it attractive. Like for example, just pull this one, go to format, change the color, go to design, go to properties, or go to back color, where the back color is, and then choose that back color to different. Therefore, after doing that, I need this screen of mine to be the first one to launch whenever my system launches. Therefore, you go to File, Current Database, type the heading here. I want mine to have customer registration. Then the application title should be Tractors Grading System. Tractors Grading System. Then I just click on Finish. You can hide the display navigation pane like that. Then from there, cross and open the system. Cross and open the system. There we are. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Remember, you can download this application for free from my website. The URL is just down below this video. Thank you very much.